Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldis and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show.
You're dancing to the beat. Scotty.
Okay, yeah. Friday Night Flies, Scotty Holmes.
We're gonna change up this beat
Yeah,
throughout the year.
with the background music going.
It's like 80s porn music, man.
That's what it sounds like.
funky.
80s porn music. Yeah. Okay. So tonight, I just want to give a little shout out to Dr. Slick for
That's right.
our new scissors.
It's right here, home. Yeah, it's right up there.
Right up there, with that.
Right
Got the
across
hat.
the
Yeah,
top,
right
man,
across
right
the front
across the
there. Yeah. For our Dr. Slick scissors, I've always used Dr. Slick, but I needed a new pair. So awesome, and these are
New
straight,
razors, man.
New razors, exactly, and also to Solarez because we have their new product, which is a hard curing. I said. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Hard
Yeah, you
curing.
might as well show them what it looks like in the
Yeah.
pack.
Okay. There we go.
There, look at that.
There you go, folks.
That's what it looks like in a pack, right
Yeah,
there.
You get three
Tilt it down a
packages.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
there you go.
You get
There
three
you go.
packages. One is thin, thick, and then flex. The green is the flex, so thin, thick, and flex. And that's quite a bit. I mean, you're
And
gonna
big-
get quite a few
big
flies out of
thing
that.
about that Solarez is that it doesn't. I mean, I shouldn't say it doesn't. It dries non-tacky.
Non-tacky.
Unlike the other guy.
the other guy. Yes. So
The other guy.
really happy to get that, and actually, it's gonna be great because I'll use a little bit of it tonight on my fly, which I'm calling the pink squid fly for lack of better name, because that's what it is. And it actually, inspiration came from, what's this, Ethan?
Pink hoochie.
A pink hoochie, yes.
Hoochie.
You gotta have one of these if you fish for salmon.
West Coast,
yeah,
man. That's
it's
West Coast right there. Is that a big thing back east? I don't think it is.
I don't think so. No, it's definitely everything out east is bass. So
It's different, man.
it's different. But yeah, that's a West Coast fly. I had this in my box. I've had it in my box for a long time, or a couple of them in my box actually for a long
We've
time.
all used them.
Yeah,
Plain and
we've
simple.
all used them.
It's a West Coast thing.
It's a West Coast thing. So that's where my idea for the fly came from. And
Give that thing a little slow roll.
okay,
Might as well go to that 80s porn music
yeah, well.
in the background.
Yeah, for a
showing off them
80s
legs.
porn music for a slow roll, eh?
We better hurry
So,
up. We're gonna run out of music.
The one thing I want to say about this fly, when I was tying it, I don't have a straight hook. It definitely needs, a straight eye hook. Yeah. And when I came into the store, we were looking through Brad's selection of different hooks, and we came up with this hook here, which we like because this is a big fish hook, and
Salmon.
it's a salmon hook, yeah, salmon and big trout and kokanee and things like that. And to have that wider gape.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down to that
Okay.
scene too, so we can see a little bit better. Okay, hold it
Okay,
up there again.
okay.
Buddy.
So
So there's no more 80s porn music in the
yeah,
background.
so that wide gape there is definitely gonna make keeping fish. You're not gonna lose as many fish.
Notice that Mr. Holmes there pinched the barb, being that it's gonna be a freshwater stream fly.
Oh, we'll always pinch the barb. Makes life simple.
Oh, yeah, let's get to tying
Okay,
this
let's go. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to adjust the vise, right, Brad? I'm not gonna wreck your vise.
Oh no, I'm
Oh,
gonna back it out. Bingo.
bam! It's in
Solid.
there. Okay, so from there, we're gonna get right at it. Oh, these hooks got little weird grooves on it.
Stuff for the
Meat to stick.
meat to stick to. That's right.
What's it for? Oh,
I have
for
no idea. It's
putting
probably
bait on
just-
it?
I could no. I think it was more just the press where they grab onto it to make the eyelet or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
Hey, we're not dealing with the best of quality hook there. It's definitely not a Daiichi or a Mustad or a Eagle Claw, but it'll get the job done.
And sometimes the right hook, being that it's straight eye, large gape, is an important factor.
You want to get bone structure, especially when you're hooking into salmon. That's a big one. They're as quick as they hit that fly, they can disappear quickly. And they'll jump and flicker the bird as they're leaving. And you'll hear a little bit of laughing in the...
That'll be Brad and I chuckling.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'll tell you. We're really excited about this pink salmon season. Thanks, guys.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Well, it's once every
It's a
2
blessing.
years, yeah. Big rod bender.
it's an odd year thing.
So then we're gonna take our diamond braid. And we're gonna wrap that up. I really like this diamond braid. It's got a really light pink glow to it, which I think is kind of cool coming from the center of the squid. And everybody's gonna go, why aren't you using the rotary vise? I think I'm faster.
We're old school.
They're not even
I
close.
think a
to
lot
being
of it
fast.
happens with what you started on, right?
Yeah, well, you
Yeah,
couldn't
wow.
have had a crappier vise. My first vise was just... I still have it. It's what Reese ties on. Okay, so now that we got that on there... That beads, it's kind of weird, though. We're going to tie on our chenille. And at this point, you can sort of make your own decision as to how much chenille you want on there.
That's the polar chenille. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I can
I
honestly
really like
say that I went through a big kick of using that stuff.
Yeah, we went through a solid 2 years of it.
Well,
Every fly
it's because
had to have it.
It works. Like, oh, I still.
So you're...
We've been
What we're
going
trying to
back
do right
pretty
now
good.
is I'm just trying to build up the
Put in
profile of the rest of the squid, because this is obviously the head of the head of the shrimp, and then the eyes and the body are coming back this way, the flow of the fin. So right now we're just trying to build up the body portion of the fly, decide where that's going to go, and I think I'm going down about, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch. Another old school thing, right? Shouldn't be in millimeters, and then I'm going to wrap my thread back up, sorry. So, and I'm wrapping this in there just because it's going to give the fly more action in the water.
Nice UV hit for the underskirt.
Nice UV hit, exactly. Well, the whole thing just glows again. So there we go. We got that on there. And then we're going to put on our legs. And I was putting them on 2 at a time. Sort of figure out your length. And I want them to be pretty much a full body's length. I don't want to go any shorter than that. If you want to trim them, it's easy to trim. If you don't, if they're too long, if they're too short, then they're too short.
You trim them afterwards, or what do you do?
I try to get them in there roughly the way I want them. The other thing I've done is I've also left these pieces in there too. You know, it gives us a little bit of a different kind of collar to the fly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we're going to go to about there. Hopefully we get 2 out of each piece. So just going to rotate the vise a little bit.
So how many of those you go, like 4 or 8, or what do you?
I think on the example, I think there's
Top, bottom,
I think
side
there's
to side.
10.
Side to side, top and bottom,
Yeah,
10 legs.
something like that. I mean, you want to add it, you could definitely put in a couple more. I don't think it's really, there's not a lot of mass to them.
On the west coast, we were out salmon fishing. I found that the more sparse they were, the better they worked.
Yeah, start
And-
cutting off every other.
Yeah, I don't know. Were you with me for that trip?
No, but I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah, I would cut off every other or every third leg, and then they started really working.
Get more movement in the water. Well, Dean was saying today when I posted this, he said he would like to see it swimming in the tank. So it's something that we're gonna probably do. Maybe tonight. I'm not really sure. We'll see.
Have you got the tank with you?
No. Well, I have it in the truck, so we're probably gonna go out and get it because
Recipes are at my house.
yeah. So we're gonna get it going. But okay, so we got our leg on
We'll do
there.
a little Facebook post of the swimming tank.
And then we're going to trim them. We're just going to get these ones separate. So now we got on 8 legs. Going with Brad's theory about that less is more, we're just going to stick with that. That's 8. I think octopus have 8 legs. I think that's the number that they have is 8. And squid.
An octopus.
Well, and it cuts
And
down
squid,
on their
though.
cost of making that fly too. You know,
And it does.
not
Okay.
that it's overly expensive, but
So now we're going to build up a little bit of dubbing
fill in
To-
the other,
give ourselves something to attach that eye to that's going to stick nicely on, and also to build up the shape of the body, the rest of the shape of the body. Get out of my, that one's really driving me crazy.
Put that material,
yeah, slide this guy.
shove it into there.
There you
So someday, Mongoose, I'm going to get with your vice really, really well.
It'll become an extension of your body.
Yeah, I'm still loving it, but not using all of its features. Unlike other people. So at this point, yeah, you decide how long you want, how big you want this, the rest of the body to be. I'm thinking somewhere in here is about perfect. That look good?
Looks really good.
Okay, so then we're going to whip finish this.
Or not.
See my whip finish? Can you pass me a whip finish? You're gonna put some UV cement on the top of this anyways. So the one thing that I would do a little bit before you cut your thread is just, or you could use Brad's handy dandy super tool.
I don't think I got you got one.
Just brush it out a little bit.
That really makes that fly pop. Just by doing that.
Like so, and then just make sure you're dubbing. I'm pretty good with my dubbing there. I might throw a little bit more on.
You could play with the color of your cone head too. I could see that working well with the chartreuse head.
I could see this working,
Black.
like change it up, change your colors up a bit. You could use it for bass. You could use it for
anything.
Yeah, yeah. Those rubber legs,
I bet you that thing will work good for bull trout and rubber too.
I'm pretty sure it'll catch bull trout. Yeah, and I think you could cross it over. You know, especially with this hook here, you could take this to the ocean. It's strong enough to catch a fish in the ocean. There's no question there. And okay, you see that? I didn't even have to barely touch that thread, and it was cut.
Boom.
Okay, so let's get we're gonna super glue these.
Which one are you going with?
Our eyes on there. I have some Spirit River critter eyes.
Yeah, those are sexy.
I really like them. And you know what? What's really cool about this? Let's see it. This is what I call thinking. Okay? It's not so good for, I guess, for theft, but the package opens, so I can hang this on my shelf or wherever, and the package opens on the bottom. Huh?
Yeah.
That Cool. I like that.
Places put the cardboard over top of the Ziploc part.
Yeah. So that you can't open it up. But I really like that. As silly as it is, I thought that was pretty cool. But Spirit River. And these are critter eyes. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna super glue these on here. I can tend to be super glue
Crazy.
useless. Seem to get my fingers stuck, and
This is gonna
I
make
just
some good
yeah.
TV.
What's that?
This is gonna make some good TV.
Or not in the right place.
Yeah, because once it's super glued, it's super glued.
Yeah. So yeah, there we got one pretty much where I want it, and this is what I'm saying about like once we get these on here, you'll see. That you could play around with the size of the dubbing at the top, and you could move them back further. Yeah, there we go. See? Stuck my finger to that thing again. Okay, so there we go. That's basically done. I need to put my glasses on so I can get a really good view here. So,
It's crazy.
It's just like it's out of this world.
that's pretty crazy. Okay, so from here, this is the point that you can use the Solares to fill in around that eye and cover that eye. At this point, reality being, you really don't have to. It's kind of like extra. So just dabbing it on there a bit. And as we were saying to Ethan, when you use these UV products, they're totally, you can manipulate them unless you're in the sunlight. Sunlight is a sure cure. So we have one eye on there. Do the other side. It also accentuates the
everything, so it helps to seal it all in, right?
It accentuates the eyes a little bit more, makes them a little bit more pop. Squid have fairly big eyes for anybody. Trim those little bits off after.
I find so he's doing it over top of dubbing. Can be tricky.
It is tricky to do
The more
that,
you
yeah.
play with it, the worse it's going to start getting. Because you'll have little fibers like sticking out and stuff. Yeah. The more you try to.
How do you find that product to work with?
It's good.
Everywhere.
And I was just giving it a little blow, just trying to, again, manipulate it, move it around.
With my hands.
You gotta give it a little smack. I gotta.
And then
There you go.
There we go. So, curing the top. That's why I say, you know what? I mean, reality being, if you don't
It's not a glue.
want to put the UV cure on there, you don't need to. It's definitely going to hold those eyes on a little bit longer.
I
It
mean,
helps to solidify that torpedo shape of the head, right?
Yeah, it does. That's what I liked about it. Well, that's all cured, and then I'm just going to get rid of.
because you had the resin went into the dubbing, eh?
What's that?
Robin, the dubbing.
Oh, I wanted it to go in the dubbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing how hard that stuff goes, eh?
Yeah.
What do you think? What's the first thing you notice with that UV cure? It's not
It's
tacky.
hard. It's hard.
And it's not tacky. Important. We all know how important it is not to have tacky. Because when you put that in your fly box and you got other marabou flies or anything like that, guess what happens?
It
They
gets
all
stuck.
stick to
They
them.
all stick to each other.
They all stick to each other.
So what you can do is if you can build this up. So I can build this up in layers. I'll just like cure that. Boom. Cure
We
it.
can
Cure
see
it.
how UV that pattern is amazing.
And then you can put a little bit more.
That'd be cool. And kind of get like more of that 3D dimension. You do all kinds of neat stuff with the cures.
Roll it. This is the whole thing. This stuff here, you just have to play with it.
Well, you went with the thick, right?
What's that? I went with a thick. I could have maybe gone with
Is
a
it really
thin.
thick?
Yeah, we're new to this product, but yeah, it's thick,
Nice.
super thick. It's
Be
good.
good for the saltwater fly heads and stuff like that.
Yeah, like those
Nice
ones
and
that we
thick.
tied last week.
Yeah.
That stuff cures
Looking
quick.
good, man.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
real quick. You see that,
Don't hit
that
it.
shell?
It's not working.
Yeah, just. Did you turn it off? There.
Oh, there. No, it was on. I thought it was. Okay, don't make fun. Oh, there you go, huh? Okay.
That fly just glows.
That's beautiful, man. Good job, Scotty.
Okay, well,
You had the creative juices flowing there this week, buddy.
yeah.
Okay? That looks really good. I want you to leave that one. I want to try that out. I'd love to try that fly out.
Okay, my head ended up a little bit bulky, I think, from where I would like it to be, but that's okay.
We're gonna go back up to the other camera here. We're gonna sign up.
Perfect.
We'll get that 80s porn music going again here.
Yeah, who doesn't like the 80s porn music? Okay, well,
Grew up on that stuff.
yeah. Hopefully you like this one. I think it's pretty cool. I know it's gonna catch fish. It's just a matter of how many and how often. It's gonna be how often you use it. And
We're all bobbing our heads over here.
to the 80s porn music, yeah. Okay, well, Friday Night Flies, Scotty Holmes, with guys that like to tie flies. Until next time, bang!